the most western town since 1947, Scottsdale, Arizona. And that's what we're going to be discussing today. Hi, my name is Nicole Black, your Arizona Realtor, and we are going to do everything Scottsdale today for our market update. We are going to discuss days on market, average price, our median price, because we don't really like average price, and other things. So if you do not want to know about Scottsdale at all, turn it off. You're done. Like, I'm going to help save you moments of your life and time watching this, because that's what we're going to do today. But if you are curious, because we did get a request from one of our watchers out there, thank you so much, that they want to know about Scottsdale specifically, because real estate is what we always say on this channel. It's hyper focused. I mean, even in Scottsdale, between the 12 different zip codes that we have, extremely different. And you're even going to get a glimpse of that in today's video. So let's dive into Scottsdale, Arizona. First off, I do just want to show you a map of the different zip codes. And as you can see, remember I always say Scottsdale is 31 miles long and 11 miles at its widest. And you can see that here. So all the way from down here, look how tiny that is. So tiny. And then it goes all the way super north. So when people say, I want to move to Scottsdale, I'm always like, where? North, central, south? And they go, I don't know. I'm like, okay, we need to have a conversation. And especially if you're from out of town, we definitely need to have a conversation, either whether it's via, FaceTime, or even just to come even down here. I always tell my clients, please come down and let's go through south, central, and north, because it is so different, not only with vegetation, culture, what it offers, but housing. So we're going to take a deep dive into these zip codes. So we were going to bring up our active listings weekly count. Usually we look at for all 17 major metro cities of Phoenix, Arizona, Scottsdale being one of them. But this is Scottsdale specifically. So you can see the purple violet line is the active listings weekly count. So in Scottsdale, there's 1,948 houses active on the market. So as you can see, this is the highest we've been since 2020. So they are going up. So there are more options to choose from right now in Scottsdale. So that's kind of, as you can see, typical for the September months. Even in 2023, it went up. This is 2020, even it kind of went up in September. 2023, I'm sorry, is the pink. 2022 is the red. And then the 2021 year, where let's just not talk about that. I never want to go back to 2021. That was an interesting year, and a lot of fighting for houses and real estate. It was mad. But anyways, so seasonally, we do go up in inventory because we're coming off our hottest month of August. It's still a little toasty, especially this year. I don't know, I heard about like an El Nino or a La Nina, something where we are experiencing still hotter temperatures. But please note, I know everyone's like, oh, 120, still 120 dry or humid. You got to experience it. Right now, 105, I know it's warm. But if you experienced 105 a month ago, way different. And our mornings and nights are super cool. Like, it's gorgeous actually in the morning and nights right now. So we are taking that turn and it's coming down. But typically in September, we don't pick up with our sales so much until about October. And I'm going to show you that right now in just a second, actually. Let's look at this first. Where are these active listings in Scottsdale? So you can see, and this is again a great picture when I keep talking about Scottsdale being very long by 31 miles. Here you can see it visually as well with the active listings. So as you can see over here, the cooler tone colors are the lower prices. So anything under 400,000 is going to be a cooler color, a blue, a green, a kind of dark black gray. Anything warm tone is going to be 400,000 and above. So when you're looking at the map at Scottsdale, remember I said Scottsdale is extremely different from north to south. Where are your cool colors, your greens, your blues? Those are South Scottsdale. And as you go north, it gets really, really red. And when you get really, really red, that is over $1 million. So just by visually looking at the map of the active listings, you can see that if your price point is 400,000 and under, where might you want to look in Scottsdale? And if it's over $1 million, where you'd like to look as well. So it just kind of gives you a geographical visual of where these price points are for these active listings. Next, we have listings under contract. So this is the demand. We always say listings under contract is the only way you can really gauge demand, is because you're putting your money where your mouth is and you are going under a legal binding contract saying, I, in full faith, want to purchase this home. So right now, we are not the lowest we've ever been in about four years. But we're the second lowest, so still not amazing. So you can see in 2023, we were at the lowest point of listings under contract. We're just a little bit above at 659 in Scottsdale. So we'll see what happens moving forward. Like I said, we always watch this, and we're down overall. But again, not as low. Year over year, we're up, but overall, we're still low for our listings under contract. Here is a median sale price map. So when we go through this, you can see the median sold price in South Scottsdale is around 600,000. You can see over here it's about 568. As you go up, it goes to 582, 911,000. That orangey area is kind of basically considered McCormick Ranch and Gaining Ranch. Absolutely love this area. It is very green. It is beautiful. They have older vegetation. So your trees, your palm trees are going to be just explosive. Your bougainvilleas, you're going to see the pinks. You have green belts with water and lakes and silhouette mountain views. So it's a really pretty area to visit, and definitely check out if you're in the area. Sorry for a reference to the blue. The Old Town Scottsdale area is where your Old Town Scottsdale is. So your nightlife, your bars, your restaurants, your shopping, your boutiques. You also have, I believe it's the San Francisco Giants Spring Training Center is right there. So that's and ASU is near there too. So you get a younger kind of crowd that does come into that area. But it is mixed as well. It's a blend. And then here you have your 85260 is 685,000. But look at the range, 270,000 to 7 million. And I can tell you in this area, there was a lot of people that bought houses especially prior to 2020. It's still happening, but and really took off. I guess I say it took off in 2020 because people were starting to already do it prior, and they just leveled out these houses and built up these 7,000 square foot huge homes that are absolutely beautiful because there's no land that is new in Scottsdale unless you go far out. So it really made sense. Like obviously prior to, I would say mostly prior to 2021, more 2020, to build like that, because then remember, once the COVID happened, then we had the whole lumber shortage of even the trades, and everything just went super expensive. So prior to that, it was an amazing opportunity. 85254 is your magic zip code. That's average the median price is 862,000, and that's where you are Phoenix utilities with an ordinances and with a Scottsdale address. And it's a great location as well. As we go a little bit more north, we're now at 1.48 million. This is your 85255. This is where McDowell Mountain Ranch is, your DC Ranch, if you've ever heard of that. Your Silverleaf is within DC Ranch. There's 5 areas of DC, and Silverleaf is one of them. A lot of people are familiar with Silverleaf because it is the second highest price per square foot homes in that area. And there are a lot of homes built up into the McDowell Mountains, and it's absolutely beautiful, gorgeous area to live. And then you've got your 85262, which is 1.5. And way up here, you've got something called Desert Mountain. Beautiful area with 7 golf courses. They have their own restaurants. It's just a gorgeous community up there with nature and a lot, again, multi-million-dollar homes in that area. Next, we have the percent of closings with seller paid concessions. You can see about 25% right now of closings have a concession, and they're around $10,000. And I can say for the Valley overall, I would say all of Phoenix Metro, it's about 40%. So it's everywhere we are seeing concessions more and more and more. And typically it's to help to buy down your rate. And now if you guys have all seen, the rates have gone up a little bit more. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But when you're looking, and if you talk to your agent about getting seller concessions, because they are happening. What about the price changes? Are people cutting their prices in Scottsdale? Well, right now, currently, as September 29th, there's 257 listings that had a price cut. I can tell you we are seeing them, and it's due to a lot of houses. Again, we've gone through the psychology of real estate where people in 2020 and 2021, because it was going so fast with appreciation, undervalued their home, and agents had to go, no, 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 it's worth more. And even some of the agents didn't know, hence they underpriced them, and the bidding wars and people just the feeding frenzy that happened and the rate of appreciation. Now, when you ask people how much their house is worth, they overestimate. So a lot of these price cuts are for homes that were overpriced in the first place, especially if they came on around April, May, and then they sat through the summer months. And then once you finally adjust with a price cut, sometimes they're still sitting because then everybody wonders, well, what's wrong with that house? Why didn't you guys know? Why didn't it sell? So these are conversations to have with your real estate agent, especially if you were a seller. And then also to note if you're a buyer, ask that real estate agent, did they come on too strong? Was the price overvalued at that time anyways in the first place? What's the value today? Because those are really, really important conversations, you guys, right now to have with your agents, because you don't want to overpay just because, let's say they started at 1.5 million and they had a huge cut to 1.3. Well, that's because they overstarted in the first place. You're not getting a deal. So make sure you understand that. And also strategically with your agent, if you're selling, don't put yourself in that position. Don't hurt yourself already. Know the market, know the comps. Just, again, have those conversations with your agent. So, what does the success rate look like if people are overpricing their houses? Well, right now it is at 71%. It's not terrible, especially for this time of year. So, there's still, we're having some sales, but again, not everybody. It's not like that 92% that we had in February of 2022. And our days of inventory is increasing, as you can see, slowly over time. But you can also see, so we've got the listings going up, the demand going a little down. So you can see that we have 115 days worth of inventory. So you can see we're at that 3.8 month worth of inventory. So we're creeping out of a seller's market and into more of a neutral market, but still a little bit of a seller's. The seller's market is faint right now. That's all I can say for Scottsdale. It's faint. It's still there, but it's faint. And in conclusion, I want to show you two more things before you go. Listen to these. I know it's supposed to be just Scottsdale, Scottsdale, Scottsdale. I just want to cover one thing, though, over from Michael Orr, what he said on October 8th. Is that the majority of people throughout the mortgage rates would go down after Federal Reserve's cut their base rate 3 weeks ago. The majority have been wrong so far. Last Friday's job report suggested that the USA economy was stronger than expected and added more upward momentum to mortgage interest rates. We now have the highest rates in 2 months with the 30-year fixed. Highest rates in 2 months with the 30-year fixed around 6.62%. So again, that jobs report, by the way, to me, it's one of the most volatile things I feel like that we have as the economics are looking at it, because they keep revising them. They keep revising them to be worse every time they come out. So they're saying they're strong, but they keep revising them a couple months later saying, oh, nope, we're wrong. So gosh, I just feel like that's such a volatile thing to base these rates on, but they are. So meanwhile, active supply increased 3.7% over the past week, so buyers have more homes to choose from. The market trend is most areas is favoring the buyers over sellers. Let's look at where Scottsdale is. So this is that Cromford Market Index. Again, specific to Arizona only. So if you're not from Arizona, I've never heard of it, there's a reason. It's only here. We've had it for over 20 years. It's been a very good leading indicator for the real estate market in Arizona in the short term and midterm, not long term, because nobody has that. But in the short midterm right now, Scottsdale is number 2 at 131. Anything over 110 is considered a seller's market. So Does it mean that you don't have, if that buyers still are, not getting concessions? No, we showed that they're 25% are getting 10,000. Does it show that there's not price cuts? No, there are price cuts. So, like I said, the seller's market is faint. So at 131, we are at a faint one. And as you can see for the rest of the valley, down past Cave Creek, all in buyer's market. Cave Creek and Gilbert are in a more of a neutral. Phoenix and above are in these faint sellers markets. So that is the market update for everything Scottsdale. I hope you enjoy this. If you like this kind of information, please like and subscribe below so that you get updated on these market updates and can follow these real estate trends in Arizona, because this is what we do. If you have any requests or comments or anything, please just put in the comments below, DM, contact me, call me. My number is everywhere in here. I think I'll just put it up right there. Please always feel free to text, call, email, whatever your preferred communication is. And that's why we're even doing this video today, because someone requested what's going on in just Scottsdale. I don't want to know about the other 16 other major metros in Phoenix. I want to know just about Scottsdale. So if you want to know about something, please let me know. We can do that for you right here. Wherever you are in the world today, I hope that you are doing absolutely amazing. And never forget, we are always here for you.